Well, hey guys, welcome to Bartlow's Barbecue, and today we're doing a pork butt extravaganza, and I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun doing these comparisons. We've got the Kamado Joe Classic II with that new SloRoller that came out for the Classic 1 and 2, and we're going to be using also the Kamado Joe Jr. using the basic heat deflector. We want to see which pork butt comes out better. Can we tell a difference between the two? It's going to be a lot of fun, so here's what we're going to do. One pork butt's going to be for my family, another pork butt is going to be for a family we're cooking that is in need and fighting cancer right now, and it's a really sad situation. But you know what? My channel is all about less hate, more love, good barbecue, and we want to be a blessing to our community, and I hope that inspires you to do the same. So here's our agenda. We're going to fire up these Joes with a jealous devil, prepare the meat, and get to smoking. Let's do it. Well, one of the things I want to show you is just how we have our charcoal basket set up. You can see that I don't have any charcoal in yet. It's got great airflow right now, obviously, because we don't have any charcoal in there, but I wanted to show you the placement of these wood chunks, and we're using post oak today, and a lot of people like to use cherry when doing or pecan or something like that using pork, but today we're doing post oak because I really like that. And then what we're going to do is cover these wood chunks with charcoal and fill it up almost pretty much to the top, but we're going to still have airflow on the sides and these holes and even on the bottom, and that's going to help us maximize the airflow to have a clean smoke. We'll get our fire starter cubes in here. We are going to be using this J.J. George fire torch to fire it up. We're going to be using hardcore carnivore on these two pork butts. We have dry brine these overnight. You can see the great marbling on this. We're going to do a little bit of trimming before we put this on, and we will coat it with hardcore carnivore and get going. Look at these, ready to go. We've got the small guy here. This is a 4-pound pork butt right here, and that we will literally just put here. Keep that temperature going. And then we will come on over here to put on this beauty. Plug in as well. Well, what do you do when you wait for your pulled pork to cook? You hang out with your dog, you sit in the recliner, and you watch some football. Meet Shade. He's 2 years old. He is a medium Merle poodle, and so Merle just means the color of his hair here. It's just kind of a really cool white and black and gray. He's got one leg that's just all black, and then everything else is kind of that fun color. So we're just gonna sit here and wait until the pulled pork reaches our internal temperature that we're looking for of around 170 before we wrap it with foil, double wrap it. So we're gonna just enjoy some football. Keep an eye out on the internal temp for the next stage. Have you ever wondered where the name Boston butt comes from? Because it has nothing to do with the butt of a pig. It actually comes from the Revolutionary War. They would take this cut of meat and they would store it in barrels. And guess what town that was done in or around? That's right, Boston. Boston butt. So, a little fun fact for you. All right, my friends, we are at that 170 mark now at both of these pork butts, and we're time to double wrap with some foil, and then we'll take it up to that 200 temperature to check probe tenderness. And again, if you're new to barbecue, we are checking more for just probe tenderness than a specific time, but that's just a good starting point to start checking for probe tenderness. So let's get them off the grill. Look at that. Dude, come on. What? That is awesome. Oh my gosh. We are going to take both of these off. And here's the Joe Jr. one, looking so tender and tasty. And we are going to wrap these up, double foil it, and get going. Alright guys, we are up to temp on the Joe Jr. on that pork butt, around 203. This one's about 10 degrees shy of 200, but it makes sense. This one's a lot smaller than that. That's a 7-pounder. This is a 4-pounder. And what we do is check for probe tenderness. And you want it to feel like it's probing like butter. Like look how quickly and easy that is going. And so this one up here still needs more time as we poke some holes out in it. I kind of did it earlier, so I want to peek out. That side's doing pretty good. That one is still a little stiff. So we're going to let that one get up to temperature, and then we're going to wrap these in a towel and put them in the Igloo cooler and let it rest for an hour or so, and then we'll get to a taste test. Alright guys, we finished the pork butt, and man, these turned out spectacular. Look at the bark on this. We are going to shred it, do a taste test. Always a good sign when the bone comes out on both of these. So man, pretty amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and put one in each little container. And my friends, my favorite part of doing pork butt is just being able to use your hands. And I'll bring you in closer here just so you can see all this goodness. But look how tender that is. Just right here, even from that shot, you can see this is going to be fantastic. This is the classic, and then this is the Joe Jr., but the same consistency, just going through my hands here. Oh my gosh, guys, this looks fantastic. All right, it's time to do a taste test, and I'm seeing some great color on both of these. And I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna get you a zoomed in shot, and then we'll come back and do a taste test. Looks like it's time to do a little taste test. That's the Joe Jr. Super tasty and super tender. Wow. Holy moly. That is so flavorful. And I put the same rub on both of these. They were both tender. And I don't know if I just got the piece with the bark on it, but the bark and the tenderness of the meat of the SloRoller, I'm going to say came up as the champion on this one. But they are both good, and good thing I'm delivering this to some friends because they're in for a treat. Both of these are great options, but I love this SloRoller and just kind of how it elevates the barbecue a little bit more. So friends, if you like this video, like it, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think, and check out all the different videos, recipes on the channel. From my backyard to yours, enjoy barbecue.